Let's decorate a vampire bite cookie. This is one of 5 cookies in the beginner vampire set, and I never intended to make it. This was a last minute addition to the beginner vampire set, and it starts like the vampire fangs, where you put a little bit of a black base and then you're going to let it dry. And then you're going to kind of just freehand piping on 2 circles as if a vampire bite. Make these circles wider than you think they should be. I have a little asterisk next to that. Make them wider than you think they should be if your icing has been a little runnier than you think. I initially made these smaller, and I have 2 cookies that have little dainty vampire bites on them. And then I finally, on this one, was like, okay, let's be for real. We want the vampire bite to show through. So I made these wider and separate. And then I did a really bad job of outlining this cookie with my regular white icing. Apparently this whole set was like, do I remember how to outline circle cookies? And my body was like, no, you do not. I don't know why. It's just how it is sometimes. So once you get a solid outline and you don't have to keep fixing it, which I still fix this one more time. I'm still like, nope, that went over on the side. And the reason why I'm doing that is because if that line's already hanging over, if I add the pressure of the flood, it's just going to overflow. Like, that line's not creating a good enough dam. Thankfully, because it took so long to outline the cookie, that when I come in and start flooding around the vampire bite outline, they're a smidge dry, and so they don't fill in as much as the previous 2 that I decorated that. I will not say failed. They're still bites. They're just little dainty bites. They're not as obvious. They're bites that I didn't need to put black down on first. But this cookie was never intended to be part of the set. If you look at that little clip in the beginning, I don't know why I was at loss for word for clip, you will see that there was no drawing for it. I just thought, hey, this will bring the whole set together because initially this wasn't really going to be a vampire set. It was just kind of like, here's some Halloween things that we can do. Then I was like, oh, hey, this kind of is all Halloween. And you might think there's one cookie in this set that doesn't really follow with the others. And to that I say, no, there's not. No, there's not. Anywho, you're going to come in with your scribe, even this all out. You may think that this is not going to dry very nicely. It's going to be very lumpy. And to that, I would say make sure you do the washing machine method because it will even out, and make sure you have a good kind of hybrid consistency. You can see those holes closed a lot more later. Okay, I let it dry a little bit. You can see it's a little mattified. I'm coming in with my red, and I'm just trying to make kind of like blood mark trails. I definitely want to make sure the blood looks like it's coming out of the tooth bites. And I decided I wanted to add a little like drop a little further down as well as, and you can see I'm making sure that I go back in and make it look like the blood's falling out of that tooth bite. And I add my little drop, and there is my bite cookie. Check out all the 5 cookies in the beginner vampire cookie set. Decorate them for yourself. Share them with me. I'd love to see it.